Good afternoon, Flosstube. It's Lori of Mischievous Stitches. I want to welcome all of you to my channel this weekend. I'm so glad that you stopped by to visit with me today. I'm going to do my weekly update today on my cross stitch pieces, but I will say my current large piece, my focus piece, is stale. I've not touched it all week. My focus small that I always have, I got about that much progress. 24 hours of cross stitch for me was just a de-stress weekend, and it worked. But I do have a tiny bit of progress. What I will mainly be sharing with you today is going to be my market haul. A lot of these you may have seen on other channels with other stitchers, but I want to share with you my picks. So let's just dive right in. So on my last channel, I did share with you my Tellin Emblem Merry Christmas, which was Tangled Tidings Merry Christmas. This is the piece. Absolutely no work on it. Well, I will say about that much work on this one too. I did work on those quilt stars is what I'm calling them here, right above the cartouche. I plan on working on this one after I filled my floss tube last week, and to be honest, I just sat down with my needle and just had no focus. So when I get like that, I don't push myself because it'll feel more like a punishment than pleasure. So I ended up just taking a long bath and going to bed that night. So the only ones I finished were the little pieces that you see here. So very little stitching. I will say I have been binge watching off and on for the past couple of weeks. The Resident is on Netflix. It is a medical drama. I really enjoy it. It's based in Atlanta, which is very close to me. And I just have really enjoyed the characters and the situations that come up. So that's what I ended up doing that night. I think I watched an episode of that and realized that I'm not going to stitch. So again, that's all the work that I got done. I'm very close to a finish on this. And for some reason, and maybe you all, other stitchers feel the same way. For some reason, when I get real close to a finish, but not like a day or two left kind of stitching, I stall a little bit. So that's why I'm calling it, I'm saying I'm stalled on it, because that's exactly what's happening. So I will need to push myself a little bit, only if it's a thread here and there, to really get that finished. I don't do that with every piece, but I do it often enough I'm aware that I do it. So I also picked up, where's my pattern? There's my pattern. For this one, this was Spring Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And the piece calls for Blooming Crocus, I think, is the thread. It is Blooming Crocus. And this is how much I have left, which is one strand left on my second floss drop of Blooming Crocus. But that will do it. So I worked on this a little bit yesterday. Let me park my needle real quick. Park it in the side on this felt. I only have this motif here, this Quaker motif here. And I did leave for Barefoot Needlearts their 24 hours of cross stitch event started on Friday. And I was there Friday morning. Some friends and I rented an Airbnb. We stayed over. My husband ended up coming down. He stayed separately from us, of course, with my son. So my daughter-in-law, myself, Kira, Kim, and Kylie had an Airbnb. We had a wonderful, wonderful time I'll get into later. And just a lot going on work-wise. The whole drive down was just pretty much, it's about 3.5 hours for me to drive from here to the coast, and it was just work. It was one call after another, and it was, my husband was similar but not as many. Thursday it was the same way. Friday even more so. By the time I got there, I really didn't go straight to the shop because I really needed to kind of breathe a little bit and calm down because it tenses me up. And so my husband and I grabbed lunch, and we visited the Duplin Winery that is there, and Barefoot Landing again, which we love to do when we're in Myrtle Beach. So I stopped by there, and because we're a member of what they call a Heritage Club, we can get a free tasting or just a free glass of wine, and that was a way just to kind of calm my nerves a little bit before I went into the shop. And I was really glad to be there with the girls. I stayed till that evening, and I think, yeah, my husband come and picked me up halfway through because he had my vehicle. We had dinner at a local seafood restaurant, which we love, called Nance's. It's in Murrells Inlet. Really good food. Love the view from the table and of the ocean. And then I spent the rest of the evening at the shop, and we left, I would say, I think it was till 10. We left about right before 10 o'clock, and we basically went straight to bed. They, you know, took showers, that kind of thing, wound down, talked a little bit, went to bed, got up Saturday morning, did it all over again, just in a different way. But anyway, this is all the progress I got. So the only thing I had of this one when I went was like the top couple of rows, and I still didn't get it done. And I think a lot of it is just I'm so antsy. And I have no idea what I'm going to walk into at work tomorrow, and and my focus is not there. It's not there. I love my job, but I'm so close to retirement in a few years. I'm just, wish I had some ruby slippers I could click together. But anyway, there's this. I'm talking too much, but there's this. So Saturday, there's a lot of very beautiful faces that I see often at retreats. Julia, Cindy, Rose, again, Kira, the ones that I was with, Amy, Memory, Ariel, Candace, a lot of them were there, and it was so good to see them because, you know, it's just a mutual, hey, this is another friend. It's a cross-stitcher. Cross-stitchers already made friends. And just to see their smiling faces was just a hug in of itself. So we spent the day just pretty much chatting, did a little bit of shopping and that kind of thing. And we exchanged, some of us exchanged little retreat or table mate gifties. Some people call them. It just depends on what's going on. I just wanted to share a few of those with you. So our little Airbnb house, we had what we called a flamingo theme, and some of that you can hear about in the video I posted yesterday with those ladies. But my daughter-in-law Cheyenne gifted everyone with a scissors fob with a flamingo on it that she had made, and she just attached it to a little thing with some Burt's Bees chapstick, which is really good, and something that holds the chapstick here. But it is a scissors fob, and this is a great gift because this is one of those things when you're sitting around stitching and you're drinking that chapstick. I usually have the chapstick near me at all times anyway, so that was a really good gift. And then Cheyenne and I kind of went in with our gifts together this time. It was her first cross-stitch related retreat, so she was really excited. And the girls and I kind of keep things simple, and this time we had decided that to make things easy for all of us, we do enjoy doing table mate gifts, but we were going to do freebie design giveaways. Everyone would choose their own, and we could kit it if we wanted to, but we were mainly just going to do the freebie chart and threads. So I gifted Silver Creek samplings. I think it was the design sheet, was it this year or last year? It was a Valentine's design. It had shades of course, red and pink, and it kind of went along with the table mate giftee that I gave at the February retreat, because what I gave them was small Valentine themed finishing supplies. So I was hoping that they could use those supplies to finish up this this gift. But for this time, of course, as I said, our table mate gifties were, or our Airbnb gifties were flamingo themed. So that was Cheyenne's. I also got us a little glass, and that's where and it has, let me get these things out. So it has flamingos on it, and then we put our little gifts inside. So we rolled up our chart, and I just tied it with some yarn that I had left over from other projects, and we used some stitch markers. I got them just to kind of decorate that. But we also attached them to a mesh bag. Did I have one right here that I've decorated? I thought I did. I've set it somewhere but anyway, it was a mesh bag similar to this one. Oh, I see it, I'm sorry. And we put those, these stitch markers on these bags for everyone. And then I also had some flamingo stickers that we just spread around on the tables while we were there, and some flamingos around the store. And then Kira gifted us the coolest little fob, zipper pull, whichever you want to use it for. And it's a little glass and cork stoppered container. And she gathered sand off of Myrtle Beach for us. And she said she super glued the cork in there so it won't come loose. But it's a memento, a special memento sand from the beach. And she attached it to this beach bumming little bag, and we've got little goodies inside of here like some lotion and a notepad and a highlighter. So thank you, Kira, I really appreciate that. And then Kylie gifted us a pattern, a freebie pattern with an umbrella, really bright beachy colors of an umbrella over a sunning chair on the beach. And I think I've either accidentally stacked it with someone else's stash, or someone accidentally picked it up. So I don't have it to share with you, but maybe next video. And then I have this from Kim. Kim gave us a little Ort pail, and she made these little hearts with just some yarn, and she made some counting pins. And this one is a turtle because that's my little spirit animal, and this one is a starfish. So I'm thankful for that too. So ladies, thank you. Those were very sweet gifts. Now, so here we're going to start with my market haul. So because I got it all at one time, you're going to see it all at one time. It's not spread it out over videos. I'm getting it all at one time. So you ready? So the first one I'm going to share is Rascals by Pedal Pusher. She also has a Flosstube. This one just was so sweet. Reminded me of my little Evie. I hope to have this one stitched, or at least stitch it next Easter for her. I love this. I love the different colored carrots, and it may be carrots and radishes, but just love the colors in this. So cute. Will be such a fun, easy stitch. And then this is a little robin design, and it said, keep your head held high and your crown straight. I love this. Such a sassy little quote, but so true. That's what I need to do at work stress too, right? Keep my head held high, my crown straight. And then this, the local stitchers are doing this, and I'm behind in the game. I learned about it a little late, but I went ahead and ordered a chart when I found out about it. But of course, I just got it now. Now, this is not a market release, but the local group is going to get together to have someone to teach how to finish this. So I need to get to work on this, but this is a hands-on design, part of the block party, and this is on the mend, I think it is. So I did order this one, and I love the tomato. And then I also have the pins, because I love the way Kathy does her designs and her finishing. And I'm so excited to be taking that class with her in June for a piece. And I have that one too. So I have my piece that I need to have stitched before the class. But I'm so excited after binge watching her videos to see and get instruction directly from her. So I'll share that with you in a minute. But I've got a Heart and Hand Frosty Tiny Town. Who doesn't love the little Tiny Town series? And then I got another Primrose Cottage. So this year for me has all been all about Primrose Cottage, it seems, because I'm stitching a lot of of her pieces. This is Patriotic Quaker. And this is the current one, again, that I'm working on. So this is Spring Quaker. Quick little, sweet little designs. And the great thing about them is they're the same sizes. So you can get a frame and you can interchange and use it for different seasons. Great idea. These, I finished one of these up. Cheyenne, I think, is working on one of these too. This was a release, Tiny Modernist. And this is Spring Chicken. Now, I've posted a picture of two on my Instagram of my granddaughter. And she's 18 months now. But her stuffed animal that so many little ones drag around, hers is a chicken. And this just made me think of her. I love the way this is finished. I love that yellow check on the back with a ribbon. And maybe I can stitch it on a higher count fabric so that I can make it into a pillow for her room. But her chicken is not multicolored like this. It's white, or let me say, it's a dirty chicken. That child will not let us take that chicken away from her to wash it. And it's one of those special stuffed animals that has beads and not stuffing. And the beads have lavender, so it's a soothing, I think that's what they consider them, soothing stuffed animal. I did buy the same brand chicken at a local place. Same chicken as a biddy. She would have nothing to do with it. So I looked around and looked around and looked around, and a few months ago I was out of town and I saw that same brand of chicken. Got the same exact one she has, but it's clean, and she will have nothing to do with it. So we do our best to keep that thing clean, but man, oh man, is that a dirty chicken. But anyway, this made me think of Evie. This is a Teresa Kogut, Wherever There Are Birds. Love that one. This one's just all about me. This one's for me, not for someone else. And this is Sweet Wing Studio. This is Goodness and Mercy. So this will just be a long, skinny little pillow for a bowl filler. And this is one I held a giveaway on my channel last weekend. And I shared this one and told everyone that Robin of October House Needlearts had graciously gifted a few patterns for me to share with my Flosstube friends. And I already had this one, so I gifted out 3 last week. This is Vineyard Fair. I think this is the 4th in this series. So you had Honey Fair, Pumpkin Fair. There was one other. Strawberry Fair. So this one is Vineyard Fair. So since I'm on that subject, I'm going to share with you the names of the winners for, here they are. And I'm going to have to put my glasses on for that. So the winners this week are Okie Stitches, Donna Kitchens, and Angela D. Zarinko 3466. All 3 of you were winners of this pattern. And if you will, I will leave a comment on your comment on my last week video. And if you will email me at the email address in the description box up below this video or last week's video and give me your mailing address, I will get it out to you. I will get it out to you this week. Donna, I'm so happy you won one of my designs, girl. I know you're local, so if you want me just to drop it off at the next monthly stitch, just let me know, because I'll bring it so we can laugh about it. But also the week before, I had 2 winners for that design, and I have mailed one off to the Nerdy Stitcher, and the only one that you left a message last week. So Jody Suntich 8748, You left a message at the bottom of the last video, but you didn't email me your address. So I left another comment on your last week's comment and let you know that, you know, you're acknowledging in the comment that you had won, but that if you sent me an email, I didn't see it. I did look again before filming this video. If you did, I did check my spam folder, so I don't know what happened there, but just in case, please send me another email with your mailing address, and I will get that out to you when I send out these others from for Vineyard Fair. So that is, again, Jody Suntich. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's not intentional. So again, let's see. Jody Suntich 8748. And congratulations to all of you. I hope you enjoyed stitching those designs like I did the couple that I've already stitched. Okay, let's move forward. So then there is another one that I had in my market haul by October House Stitchworks, and it's the Queen Bee, another bowl filler. So a long skinny pillow. And I don't think there's a single one of us, I'm sure there is, I'm being silly, but so many people have showed these, and I was one of the ones that jumped on board with the Stacy Nash. And so this is Miss Hazel. I love the little pin pillow. I think I want to do mine as a radish. And then you've got Maggie May with a radish. And then, of course, the very popular bobbin. I also picked up the Prairie Schooler for this year. And then, of course, Lottie Da. I've got to have a Lottie Da. And this is one stitch at a time. So let me put my scissors. Yeah, let me put my scissors on. Let me put my glasses on. Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. And Mary, my friend Mary, yes, I want to stitch this up and stitch this with you. So she was kitting hers up this weekend. I don't have the fabric yet. I'm sure I have something in here at the house that I can start. I just don't know. We'll have to set a date, Mary, because I know we've got to start coming up May 1st. I'm just not sure when I want to start it. And then I have Annie B's, the 12 Days of Christmas. I really love these. And this has been my Christmas year. I doubt I'll get to them this year, but I love these. That black intimidates me a little bit. I know I can do it. Never stitched on black, I don't believe. But I hear a lot of stitchers here on Flosstube that struggle with it. So it makes me a little apprehensive. I'll figure it out. Even if I have to do a different color that's darker or maybe slightly lighter than black, but just a darker color. And my favorite shape is a heart. And so the mementos of the heart appealed to me. I got this and understood from the information that was posted online with this piece that it was a lot of her older designs. And I thought I probably have stitched some of those, and I might be duplicates to some I've already had, but it's not. There's not a single one of these when I skimmed through it that I've stitched. So I'm happy about that. So that was a great buy. And then I have floral etchings. I was inspired to purchase this one after seeing my friend Karen. She brought it to a local get-together to stitch as for the brag table, and she's such a great finisher, and she had just stitched these and they were beautiful. So I look forward to stitching these someday. And this Erin Elizabeth, this is one of the first things I jumped on for market, and I have picked up this. I'm sure I have some white fabric here. I did get the call for dinky dye threads. I ordered those as well. And I think most of, a lot of girls in the local group picked this one up. So maybe eventually we'll start it together. We'll see. So that was my market haul. I'm very excited to have these, and I get to add these to my to-do pile or to my collection. How about that? I like that better. Okay. So as I was saying during all of that, during sharing all of my market haul, that I will be attending the hands-on designs class at Barefoot Needlearts. I think it's June 19th. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'll link their website below so you can see it yourself, just in case you're interested. And this is Toes in the Sand, and it's kitted up. So there's the piece that we'll be stitching. I love that. So I should be able to get this knocked out. And it's stitched on a piece of Barefoot fabric. That's the fabric there. And then I have my threads all kitted up. Oh, it's actually, everything about it is on a little piece of scrap of paper here in the bag. So it's Hands-On Design Class, June 11th, 2024, 9 to 1. So there it is. I'll still link it below. But here are the colors. And then there's a little floss tag. I didn't even notice that when I pulled them out before. That's cool. Hands-on design. But all of the threads and marked. And so I love organization. So I'm loving this. I need to get started on this, but I want to finish my spring Quaker. So many plans, so little time. Everything takes longer than I think it's going to take when I start it. Because life happens in between, or you have rough weekends where, you know, work starts it off on a bad step. But I always seem to think, oh, I can just whip that out. Yes, if I didn't work and I didn't wash my clothes and I didn't bathe and I didn't take time to eat and I never got off my behind out of my chair, yeah, I could get it done really quick. But when you add all those other things in there, that subtract time away from me. Okay, this weekend was amazing. The retreat in February with the ladies that I was there with, and there were some of the same, some additional ones. I had the best retreat I think I have ever had. It's in the top 2, definitely. This weekend was just extra special. I think because I was when I arrived, I was just really stressed. As the hours went on with those ladies, I did de-stress. I really did. I laughed a lot. Had some really sweet conversations, getting to know people. I had some laughter moments with Miss Gloria, and something about sitting or slipping. I can't remember, but just some really great moments. Got to sit and talk with Rose at lunch one day, who is just a hoot. And I really needed that lady. So all of you that were a part of this weekend, thank you so much. And I'm sure every one of you had things you wanted to detox or de-stress from this weekend, or you just wanted to spend time with friends. And I just want to thank you all for being a part of my weekend, because I really, really needed it and really, really enjoyed it. And to those of you that met my daughter-in-law for the first time, she's a new stitcher. She was nervous. She's in a new state. She's now part of this family, but she's still getting to know us. You made her weekend wonderful too. I tell you, stitchers are some of the best people. And I have been telling her that, working her up to this retreat. She spoke to me for a few minutes before I started filming this video, and her heart was just warmed. So thank you all. Thank you all for being so open and welcoming to her as well, because she's part of me now, and it made me feel good. Made me feel good. I did have a new experience Saturday night. A few of us went after the retreat event was over to a piano bar, and so I may have the premise still not correct, but it was 2 pianists. And they would take requests, of course, with tip, and they would play through the night. So yes, there was food, there was drinks, but what there really was a whole room full of people singing songs they've heard their whole life, and just different genres, different decades. Many people from early 20s to, I would say, 70s, just enjoying a night of just singing out loud. And it, as far as de-stressing, that was amazing, just amazing. Some memories were definitely made. I hope to one day visit again and take my daughters with me, because we love to get in a car as a family and just belt a song out at the top of our lungs. That's kind of what we were doing, so I would love to have them experience it too. But thank you, ladies. Thank you again. Now, again with October House Fiber Arts, I've got another giveaway. And as you can see, I have 3 more charts. And they're all Queen Bee. Another chart that I had already bought from Market. So we're going to be giving another card chart away this week. Again, all rules, normal rules apply. Must be 18 if you're going to give me your mailing address. My email address will be listed up above in the description box. I will announce the winners of these 3 charts on next week's video. Do not mention giveaway in the comment. This week, I will say I've noticed a lot of berries are blooming in my area. So there's a big blackberry thicket just as you turn in on my street, and the white flowers on them are in full bloom. Honeysuckle is blooming. If you're not familiar with that, it's a flower that's a vine that is kind of invasive. It will smother out some trees or some under plants beneath them, but they are both yellow and white. And as a child, we would pull this, I think it's the stamen, out of the center, and you would taste it, and it tastes like honey. The yellow ones are sweeter than the white ones, but they're in bloom and they smell so sweet. So the bees are buzzing, the bumblebees, you hear them when you're outside. So do you have flowering plants in your yards and around your homes right now that are in bloom and that are drawing the bees and bumblebees? If you do, let me know what's blooming in your area or whether it's blooming at all. Again, 3 charts, so you have 3 chances to win this week. Leave a comment below. No mention giveaway. Must be 18 to enter, and I will call these winners out next week and leave a comment on your comment to let you know if you win. I won't pull it till shortly before I do my video like I did this week. So thank you for sticking with me this long. If you did, a lot of people I see from my analytics don't. Just know that you have an option for this giveaway just because you stood around and waited with me. So I could prattle on about my weekend. So thanks again. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here, and I'll see you next week. Hugs and stitches. Bye-bye.